Hi, my name's Devan, and I'm here with
Austin Coburn.
Today we are talking about 5 cars that are being discontinued in 2023.
And
Part
this
2.
Is part 2, yeah.
Yeah, part 2.
All right, let's get into it.
Alrighty.
What would that first car be?
We have Ford GT.
Ford GT. Okay. This is the questionable car in my book because they classify it as a hypercar, right? It's a $1 million+ car with a V6 in it by Ford. Ford Motor Company. The same person that makes the Ford Fiesta, Ford Focus that are, low-class economy cars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, the same blinker stock that's in the Ford Focus is in the Ford GT. $1 million+ car. I mean, it's pretty nuts, though. You got the flying buttresses for the aerodynamics. It's pretty crazy. Some of the liveries you can get on there are pretty nice, too. What are your thoughts on it?
I definitely know it's definitely a classic, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, they had the, original, like, early 2000s and 1960s versions of the Ford GT, like the GT40, which is one of the most iconic racing vehicles of all time, like Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
When Ford beat Ferrari. That's just a reincarnation of that vehicle.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely amazing, which makes me think after this production run, give it 5-10 years, they'll come out with an even nuttier version. It'll probably not even have a combustion engine. It'll be electric, but
which is sad.
It's sad, but hey, it is what it is. That's the way that cars and the vehicle side of things are going. But Ford GT definitely is questionable. I definitely would not buy it for my hypercar/supercar collection if I could, but definitely a questionable car in my book, especially in the car world. What's the next we got here? Mercedes A-Class?
Yep.
So, A-Class, I don't have much to say on the A-Class.
Yeah.
I'm not too knowledgeable on the A-Class.
I'm not too knowledgeable on Mercedes
at all. I'm not a big fan of Mercedes, in fact. So I'm more of an Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche. Mercedes is the end of the chain for me on Euro.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this one, but
A-Class, I think it's their kind of smaller economy car collection, lower price, more affordable, kind of just to get you in a nicer name for cheap, But yeah,
if I had to go for Mercedes, I'd definitely do the AMG.
Oh, for sure. If you can afford it,
those are
AMG,
those are pretty pricey.
GTS, GTR, GTR Black Series. I mean, those are crazy vehicles.
Oh yeah.
So, that GTR 1 with the AMG 1 livery just sold for $1.2 million.
That's crazy.
Which is nuts.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is.
Moving on. What's the next here?
All right, we got the Audi R8.
Audi R8. So, Audi R8. I personally think it is a phenomenal vehicle for the price. Saying for the price is kind of crazy, but it is, it's around 100, 150 grand, kind of in there you can get in one. One that's beaten up, you can almost get for under 100,000 at this point.
Yeah. But
they've been in production since, like, the newer version, the newest body style since 2017, I think. And, I've seen quite a few on the road. They're pretty amazing. I've ridden in one.
Yeah, we both have.
Yeah, we both have actually ridden in one. It's the same engine that's in the Lamborghini Huracan, in fact. It's a naturally aspirated V10.
That's right.
Which is pretty cool. It's twin turbo, if I can recall correctly. Body style is nuts. I mean, it's kind of neat because a lot of the German car brands don't have supercars. They don't have a car that competes in the supercar industry. So, BMW, name one. There's nothing.
Yeah.
No supercar.
No.
Porsche obviously has it, but they're, more exotic, more high-end. And then you got Mercedes. They have the AMG. Volkswagen has nothing.
Nope.
So, it has to hold a pretty big name.
Yeah.
If it's, one of the only supercars coming out of Germany and their, conglomerate of vehicles, but...
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the R8?
Personally, being in one, definitely one of my favorite cars, and I'm definitely going to miss it. Just the sound of it, it's really, really fast.
It is a fast vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a 2.4, 0 to 60.
Probably one of the fastest vehicles I've been in.
Oh, it's probably the fastest I've been in.
Yeah.
No. Take it back. McLaren 720S.
Oh, you have been in that.
I've been in the McLaren 720S. That's the fastest car I've ever been in.
Well, the fastest one is the R8 for me, and I gotta say I was pretty blown away by how fast that thing goes. I mean,
no, it's beautiful. Sounds great.
Oh yeah.
The downshift pops are gorgeous.
Pops are the best.
You know, I got the pleasure to drive next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And record it as it was driving by with the downshifts, and man, that sounded absolutely gorgeous.
It did.
All right, next we got Nissan. What would that be? R35?
Nissan GTR R35. Yeah.
Yep. What you thinking on this one? I have a lot to say.
Ah man, GTR.
You don't know where to start?
I don't know where to start.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. The GTR. Well, this is definitely one of the go-to cars. I mean, a lot of these cars going away are go-tos. It's sad. But this one is legitimately one of the go-to cars when it comes to people trying to get into speed and semi-luxury sport for a reasonable price for what you're getting. And they are one of the most tunable vehicles on the face of the earth. Like, you can tune these things to over 2,000 horsepower with the same engine. I mean, you obviously are going to have to change the drivetrain, the transmission,
right.
You know, that. But, man, it's a phenomenal car in terms of what you can get for the price. Your bang for your buck is nuts. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy car, too. I mean, some of these things are beating Bugatti Chirons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, not for speed, top speed,
yeah,
because that's the fastest car in the world, the Bugatti Chiron is.
Right.
But in terms of 0 to 60s and quarter mile times, that Nissan, a tuned Nissan, is gonna wipe it.
Yeah,
it's wild, even with rear wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, comparing that to Bugatti, that's crazy. I mean,
the fact that you can compare a Nissan to a Bugatti in terms of 0 to 60 quarter mile, half mile speeds is wild.
I don't think anybody could believe that.
I mean, yeah, unless you're really a car guy and you understand the car industry, but
right. But if you're just like
if you're a normal human, no one's ever gonna think that a Nissan is being put up next to a Bugatti, which has been done many, many, many times. Mm-hmm. What's some iconic people that have GTRs? Roman Atwood, one of the biggest vloggers of all time. Tanner Fox.
Oh.
He has the Guaczilla, which is probably one of the most iconic GTRs on the internet. Mm-hmm. Who else? Stradman is actually just selling his right now. It's yellow. It's the Bug Killer. I think it has over 1,500 horsepower, which is crazy. And he beat his Veyron, his Bugatti Veyron, in a drag race. Who else? Can't really think. I was thinking of another one. I couldn't think, but it's definitely one of the most iconic cars. It's like, it's sad to see it go, but I guess it's time to
move on.
Moving on.
Yep. Speaking of moving on, we're going to the last one here. Kia Stinger GT.
Kia Stinger GT.
How are we feeling about that?
It's a interesting car.
It is.
I've never been a big Kia guy. Yeah. I have seen their revamp. They really have a heck of a lineup now.
Yeah.
The K5, the GT line, the GT2 Stinger. Yeah. That's a nutty car. Mm-hmm. Good friend of ours, Amir, he just bought one, or his parents did for him. I haven't gotten to ride in it yet or drive it, but it looks pretty nice. Mm-hmm. I know you can get that optioned in a twin-turbo V6. Mm-hmm. I know the turbos aren't the largest, but it does give you a little bit of boost. Definitely, lessens the lag there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice car, but the fact that it's a Kia, it's like the Nissan, if you're spending premium dollar like that, I wouldn't get a Nissan or a Kia.
Yeah.
For I think it was $42,000 you bought that Kia for. You can get a lot more.
Oh yeah.
For your money for
sure,
that much. Yeah. At least a German car. I'm biased though. I love my Germans.
I do love my Germans too.
You could get a Scat Pack Charger Challenger for that. Yeah. You could get WRX.
Right. Yeah. You could.
You get a lot of cool cars for that. But I honestly, it's a lot of people have started to buy it, but I've never really grown to like it a ton. I would, if I had a bunch of money, I would never go out and just say, yeah, I want a Stinger.
Right. I think it's just all about preference,
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a phenomenal car by Kia. Like,
it
blew
is.
me away.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It's competing with Mustangs.
I wasn't expecting Kia to ever come out with something like this.
Yeah, for real. But, you know, I guess it's a new era. Gonna move on to something else, and maybe they'll pull out something better.
Yeah, you never know.
Who knows?
All right, this was Devan and Austin.
No, that was part 2.
That was part 2.
Yeah, great car talk.
For sure. This is Devan Bolton signing off for PCH TV.